E morena tātou katoa, nau mai rarau mai ki tēnei whakapāho o Aotearoa Māori Riki a Kōraki i tēnei, e mihi atu nei ki a koutou katoa.
Kia ora tātou, ko Utah Wilson tēnei, here next order, mihi ana ki a koutou.
What a start to the day it is, whānau. It started off with a bit of rain out there, but it's cleared up for a little bit of it for our first game kicking off today. And who we got for our first game there, Utah?
So we've got first up, Te Kaweitiki taking on Ngāti Kahungunu.
Ngāti Kahungunu, this is the first time that they've come together, just talking to them downstairs. And the beautiful thing about the New Zealand Māori Rugby League is they come together from all backgrounds to be a part of representing their rohe and representing their iwi.
Choice. And as we look out to the field now, we'll be quiet for a bit and we'll listen up to the haka.
Yes, we can see they're starting to prepare now. Such an important part of the haka is the Utah, integral part of the Māori tournament, something that you can't get anywhere else.
Definitely. Oops.
Te mana te hihi of Kahungunu. Exhilarating stuff there from the Kahungunu voice. The reply, Kaweitiki. There you have it, both teams representing their iwi, representing their hapu, representing their whānau. Straight in there with the haka, that was a great way to start, wasn't it there, Utah?
Hard out way to start. Both teams laying the challenge down to each other before kick-off. And we have some team lists in front of us that we'll be reading out. Do you want to read out the Kaweitiki for us, please?
Yeah, representing the Kaweitiki boys. Number 1, Ngāti Aho Rapana. Number 2, Turonga Rapana. Number 3, Olsen Arahanga. 4, Raumoko Felwasa. Number 5, Smithy Hanray. Number 6, Kaino Barbrick. 7, Kes Pryor. 8, Paitoa Wharakura. 9, Tiga Tuhakaraina. Number 10, Karearea Tuhakaraina. Number 11, Heremaya Wharawhara. Number 12, Cash Hauraki. 13, Kokoru Rawiri. Number 14, Here Karu Enoka Barton. Number 15, Atatu Heke, number 16, Matinga Paki, number 17, Te Mana Marsh, number 18, Karaka Marsh, number 19, Hari Fox, number 20, Oli Ali Mata Fifita, number 12, number 21, Te Manaia Tapatahi. And that is Te Kaweitiki.
And lining up from Ngāti Kahungunu at Te Whānau, we have at fullback Quinton Taylor Heke, number 2 Tamaya Kina Rutene, number 3 Brian Tumudello, number 4 Brian Tamoe, number 5 Kaya Wharemate, number 6 Arthur Smith, number 7 Tipene Harrison, number 8 Tamihana Timudello, number 9 Shamrock Huata, number 10 Cliche Liddington Tamati, number 11 Gabriel Deha, number 12 Kingston Reed, 13 Artorius Honotapu. At number 15, we have Redeem Edwards, 16, Tylen McDonald, 17, Cash Rimene, 18, Tyrone Terure. Number 20, we have Peter Mahia, and 21, Isaac Allen.
And you can see it's a bit of a shaky start there from the Kaweitiki boys. That they went in there with a slight knock on, and then it's been found offside, and it's a penalty. Is that a penalty out there with the ref to Kahungunu, and we'll see what they can do with the ball. Be interesting to see how these teams go in this first 10 minutes, whether they're going to play wet weather football or they back themselves and let the ball go wide there, Utah.
Yeah, I think, you know, at first you'd probably want to play close and just feel out your opponent. And then, you know, just look to see what the opponent brings and play off that, play what's in front of you.
Oh, that's a good run from the young fella there going forward. Kahungunu with the ball, using their big men up front. Once again, still with Kahungunu, so let the ball go out. Bit of a switch back to the blind. Conditions out there a little bit wet, a little bit slippery.
Oh, and the referee's called a knock-on against Te Kaweitiki, so Kahungunu will get another shot at their opponent's goal line.
I'll tell you what, I'm liking the look of this number 10 for Kahungunu, Liddington Tamati. He's got good size on him, good footwork too, the young lad.
Nothing more scary than a prop with footwork, eh?
Oh, exactly. There's a Jesse Bromwich up and coming right there. Kahungunu with the feed again. Set it up with their backs. Oh, that's Byron. That's Byron. Byron, the centre there for Kahungunu. Gets it out to the winger. Oh, he's just taken over the outline.
Yeah, so Kahungunu switched it up there. You know, they took it off the back of the first scrum, and they try to swing it out to the edge in the second. Didn't pay off for them, but we've got Te Kaweitiki. They'll get a scrum feed and an opportunity to work it out of their own 10.
Yeah, I guess the likes of the young centre there, the number 4, Brian Tamoe. Got the young Finn and got on the outside of his man. He just couldn't capitalise at the end. Just the ball going to the winger and going down. Good defence there, good scramble defence from Te Kaweitiki. Te Kaweitiki with the ball. Well, and that's good yardage up the front. Gets them on the front foot. Oh, a slight little knock on there.
It's to be expected with this wet weather football, eh? I guess this game would come down to who manages that best.
Definitely. Those who can complete their sets of 6, especially in these conditions. Still early days and they're still sort of feeling themselves out.
I've just been told that that's Paitoa Leaf, number 8 for Te Kaweitiki. Russell Leaf's son.
He's got some big shoes to fill in then. He's got some big shoes. Meanwhile, Kahungunu with the ball. A little bit of a grubber through. There's a slight knock on. Play on, says the ref.
Free count.
Blamed the man off the ball, said so the ref. I guess Kaweitiki was a little bit lucky there to get out of that because it looked like Kahungunu was building towards something. Kaweitiki with the ball, takes a settle. Big boys up the guts doing the work. Isaac Allen. Once again, Kaweitiki with the ball, bit of footwork on the outside, draws in at least a good 5 defenders there. Looking for the quick play the ball. Footwork from the young fella. It's number 13. Artorius Honotapu. There's a name for you, ladies and gentlemen. Kaweitiki with the ball. They spread it wide. What can they do with it? The defense comes across, he hits a hole. Oh, just down the sideline there. Now the kicking skills. Got to kick the space on the outside there.
Great take. Quinton Taylor-Heke. Great take.
Once again, the big boys doing the job up the middle. Kahungunu with the ball. Jeez, I like the looks of their props. They've been definitely putting their hand up in this first part of it. There was Tamihana. Kahungunu props working it out now. Getting their forwards going. They're just up, just over the 22. They're not frightened to let the ball go. As you can just see on our cameras now, that the rain's coming down. Oh, he finds open space with the bounce there.
Had a good chase line on the left side.
Chase line.
Oh, unlucky to drop that ball.
Yeah, it's been interesting so far.
I think both teams have the right idea. They're working it up the middle, and especially with this wet weather footy, this is where games probably are won, up the middle.
Yeah, and the team that's going to hold on to the ball with the least amount of errors, I think they're going to come out there on top, the Utah.
Yep, for sure.
It's going to be interesting to see how well these packs can go. So the Kahungunu pack, they're doing quite a lot of work, and they got a good kick on the end of that and a good chase down. Te Kaweitiki with the ball, what can they do? Who's the players you'll be looking at right now to just to get them out of trouble from down there and settle them down there, Utah?
Yeah, I think probably your centres at first, just to play safe. And then, some good defence there. And then you probably look to your forward pack, try and get you out of trouble, make some good yards up the middle. You see some footwork there?
Yeah, good footwork and the drive through. Got them out of trouble there. Another Uri of Ngāti Hoa putting his hand up to get in and do the work. Just up over the 22 going forward. Oh, and that's a good run.
Good break.
That was good effort there from the number 3, Olsen Narahanga. Kaweitiki with a bit of a sniff now. I think they've got their tails up.
Kick down.
Oh, good take. Good return as well.
Number 11, Gabriel Daha for Ngāti Kahungunu. Somehow Kaweitiki's ended up with the ball again, so they'll get a shot.
We've got a player down at the moment. As always within our New Zealand Māori Rugby League tournaments, player safety paramount. But already we've seen from Olsen Arahanga making a breakdown there for Te Kaweitiki. Just a bit of a halt to play there. And that's number 11, Hiremaya Wharawhara. Takes a hit up for Te Kaweitiki. Oh, unlucky, the ref allows it to play on.
Big ups to the boys, eh? Play to the rest whistle.
Yeah,
you always thought that.
Which way do they go? They send it back to the right. There's Paitai Leaf in there, putting his hand up. A little bit bunched at the moment. Bring it out to the left. Oh, unlucky. He had the right idea there, Olsen Arahanga. Put the ball in along the ground, especially in these wet weather conditions.
Yeah, like you were saying before, Ora, it's going to come down to whoever can keep those errors to a low. Now Kaweitiki with their first shot at Kahungunu's line, or their first real shot.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they come up with. Will they keep it nice and tight, or they let the ball go flow on through the back's hands? But I'm liking the look of the centres from both sides. They've played well. Olsen Arahanga got them on the start. Off the back of the scrum. Well, there's a big effort there. It was number 13, Rotorua.
Kaweitiki looked to settle the ball.
Back to the centre. Olsen Arahanga. Got a dummy half. There's number 16, Kaino Barbara. As he brings it back to the centre, found some space up the middle. Oh, and over just like that. Hiremaya Wharawhara, first to score. Te Kaweitiki go 4 up. I tell you what, Utah, they're definitely playing to the ref. There's been a lot of drop ball there, but somehow they've been able to maintain it, and it's gone back a lot of times.
Yeah, they look like something out of nothing, because it looked like the line was up in their face with the ball being on the ground for so long. And yeah, Hiremaya Wharawhara picks the ball up, able to go over for the first points of the game.
And like you said before, it just came off a Kahungunu era there. You know, so it's very important that the team that makes the least errors is going to come out on top. Good conversion there. Kaweitiki as they go 6 up. Converted there by number 11, Hiremaya Wharawhara. Converts his own try. How's that? Can score him and kick him too. A little bit like yourself there, Utah.
Oof. Don't score or kick. there's a reason that I don't kick too.
Your boots are always too big.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
There's only one try in it though. Kahungunu have proven that they've got what it takes to get down there. There you go. Kaweitiki on the build-up, on the run back.
Good tackle.
Nice and low around the bottom, number 13 there, Rotorua with the hit up. just got to do a little... They've got to make sure they're hitting and sticking this Kahungunu team. Ka rea, Tūhaka Raina takes it up for Kaweitiki. It's number 19, Huri.
The slow play the ball on the halfway line.
Bit of a knock there. As they bring the ball out to the left and they shift it. Gets on the outside of his man. Oh, unlucky there. The ref calls play on.
And a bit of a late whistle.
Oh, Kahungunu needed that.
Yeah, Kaweitiki, they look like they're a bit dangerous down that edge. Had a big fella skipping across the field.
Yeah, just want to let our ref out there. Teina, Karodia. It's Kahungunu with the feed.
Standing very deep.
Found a little bit of space up the middle. Good play the ball. Direction from the young half there. Ref calls play on. They're trying to put him out. The young fella. Once again, these errors are starting to creep in for Kahungunu. Uri with the ball, runs it up, settles it for Te Kaweitiki. Yeah, Cash in there, dummy half. Kaweitiki still with the ball. Good work from the Kahungunu markers, but the ref calls it too high. Kaweitiki with the ball. They don't choose to put it out. Cash gets it out. A little short of the first time. Got a bit of a step. Comes on the inside. Oh, Kaino. Babarak.
Here's our try scorer again.
He's looking dangerous.
He's earned his team a penalty.
Yeah. This Kahungunu team just not making the line at the moment. Kaweitiki with the ball. Take it up the middle. Whoa,
so close.
Unlucky there. Just short of the line. Looked like a little bobble of the ball. The try scorer again. Hit him off, whara. Oh, there's an interstep.
Hold the ball. It's a big play by the big boy.
Oh, they needed that too, to get themselves out of trouble. It looked like Kaweitiki was going to score there, Utah.
They're so close. Here's our man again.
2 hit-ups.
Dangerous.
Oh, definitely. There's these boys that were out there that were making the yardage at the beginning of the game. They need to get in there and put their hand up for Kahungunu.
Straight up to the guts.
That's a good tackle. Nice work there by young Cash. Oh, and he's hurt the young fella too. Looks like a bit of a Charlie. You've had a few of those, Utah?
Yeah, I'll call it that. That's why I'm slow.
Their tackling practice, the manukura puts on you. Good on you, manukura. First hit out there for the Rotorua reserves out there, mate.
Yeah. Had to play some big minutes too. Yeah, hope our man here is okay.
Yeah.
Kahungunu.
Looks like he's taking a bit of a knock to the thigh, bit of a Charlie could be. It's definitely something you don't want to see first game of the tournament, knowing that you've got another 6 games to go, Utah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, look, good to see him up and walking. Hopefully he can limp it off, ice it up, and he'll be good to go for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah.
Got Isaac Allen playing the ball for Kahungunu. Oh, bit of a confusion by the looks of things. That man was just putting the mouth guard in.
Good charge here.
Tommy Tumudelo with the ball there. Got another stoppage in play.
A little bobble in there somewhere. I'll tell you what, this number 21, Isaac Allen, has been doing, you know, putting his hand up for Kahungunu. Hey, saved the try down the other end with an intercept. Tell you what, Whānau, there's no shortage of creative names that we've got here. You got your Hedemai and your Kārea there, and then we've got Cash. Must have been payday when he was born, eh? Well, there we go. Kaweitiki with the ball. They look like they're teeing out from the line. Oh, is that a little bit of a bobble?
Yep.
And there we have it. First half there with Kaweitiki leading up. Yeah, no, it's great work out there. Good, tight, close game, but it just feels like that Kahungunu, they can put some points on if they can get back down that end of the field.
They can. And to be expected. With the wet weather footy, you know, you've just seen a lot of ball go to the ground.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like you were saying before, the team that can keep the errors to a minimum be the team that comes out on top. And for this first half, Kawetiki's just been all over it. But yeah, quite a good solid half from both sides. Probably just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I think definitely 2 standouts being Hedemai Wharawhara with the try and the conversion. He's been working well for Te Kaweitiki, but also on the other side, Ngāti Kahungunu, number 21, Isaac Allen. Yeah, it looks like they're the go-to men for their team, especially when they're getting close to the line. Yeah. I think they just have that size and that power to get over the line for them. Kahungunu just needs to get down there and get close enough. And once again, the number 3 and number 4 for Kahungunu just need to come back into play. They've just gone a little bit missing there. I thought Brian Tamoy was well in the first 5 minutes, but he hasn't been able to get involved with the play for a little bit there. But as you can see, the whānau still turned up and they're still here to support the day.
Yep. Regardless of the weather.
And I think just want to take this time to acknowledge New Zealand Māori Rugby League mo te whakatui e nei o ngā momo kaupapa for putting these events on, because for a lot of these young fellas, you know, some of them are probably not at the level of playing for their province, whether it be Waikato, whether it be Auckland, but, you know, being in a Māori tournament, it allows them to be on a big platform like this, you know, be on a live stream game and play on the number 1 field here in Rotorua at Puketawhero.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, it's another thing to represent your culture as well. These Māori tournaments, or, you know, sometimes boys come back from Australia or wherever in the world.
Kia ora.
And, yeah, they get to come back and represent their culture.
Yeah, and I think for a lot of them, you know, for some kids who grow up in Auckland, you know, they get to come back and play for Ngāti Haua and play for Te Kaweitiki, all those boys that are descendants of Kahungunu that live outside the rohe. You know, it's a beautiful thing to be able to come back and play for your hapu and your iwi.
Yeah.
And I think it's definitely a proven pathway for our young boys coming through. For example, you know, we had Jordan Ricky, who's come through the pathways of playing at the New Zealand Māori Rugby League tournaments. He's come through the grades, and then, you know, we see him that he's playing at the NRL level, but also going and playing for the Māori team and representing his people and his whānau. So coming to this tournament, it's not just about playing for your iwi and your hapu, but it is a viable option where we have selectors come down from all over. We have NRL clubs come over and watch the 17s, 15s, and you know, but this is where it all starts, at this level where the players are getting their skill level going.
Yeah, and it's a good tournament to give them that exposure that they need, eh? You know, sometimes, often you don't see selectors out at the grassroots games and stuff unless they've heard something about one of the boys, but here we get them all together and the selectors all come together, and yeah, you can see it as a pathway for our boys onto and girls now. Definitely. Onto bigger things.
And as you know, that you know, anywhere else you'd have thousands and thousands of dollars to fund these tournaments and everything that goes on here. But as you can see here, whānau, it's all for aroha. Everybody's here for aroha, and maybe that's the bigger reason why these tournaments have become such a success.
As we kick off now.
Oh, and there's a break.
This is what Kahungunu need.
Kahungunu down the outside.
Way to start the half. So number 11, Gabriel at the half.
And he's closing in. Can he make the tackle? Kahungunu. Start with a hiss and a roar.
The length of the field from the kickoff.
Gabriel Daha. How's that name for you, whānau? Gabriel Daha.
So our two number 11s, getting off the undie one.
Oh, it's going to be a battle there. I'll tell you what, they're definitely putting their hand up for selection for this New Zealand Māori Rugby League team. Had him on in the first half, but Daha, the step on the outside, and then had the speed to match.
Speed. The second rower as well.
Yeah. Anako ki te whānau, piro kia Ngāti Kahungunu. We have Brian Tāmoe. Yeah, it's the extra two.
So our scores are level now, whānau, 6-all. That's just our second half has just started, if you just joined us. And that's definitely the start that Kahungunu. Definitely
game on now. And I think, you know, with these shortened games, that's what you need to do. It's those with the momentum, because momentum shift is huge at these Māori tournaments. And if you can get on top early and keep the momentum with you, you know, you go a long way into winning the game.
Yeah, and you touched on the shorter games, Ora, and I think, you know, these tournaments, you need to start fast, need to start strong, because you don't have the same 40-minute or, you know, 30-minute games that these kids would usually play to try and claw back later in games. Oh, and we've seen... What's the ref going to call here?
There you go, started fast, but, you know, everyone's looking to the ref to see what the call is.
22 drop. 22 drop.
Is it 22 dropout? Is it a 22 dropout?
Drop kick.
There we go. Unlucky the young fellow was just a little bit unsure whether he would get the ball back. Oh, and there's a bit of a break there. Cash.
And again, whānau, apologies if our cameras are getting a bit wet. The rain's coming down here in Rotorua.
Paitoa Leaf. Paitoa going in there. That's a good drive there from Paitoa.
Oh, and some footwork from our number 13. He goes over the line.
Oh, and he gets it down.
Just wondering if the ref's seen it.
What's the call from the ref? Piro!
Right, man, Atene Karauria in the middle there. Saw a grounding.
Te Kaweitiki strike straight back. There's the answer for you. Unfortunate error from the Kahungunu fullback there. Number 11, Gabriel Dahan, let it go dead and then pretty much handed the ball back to Te Kaweitiki, and that was the answer. Tell you what, there was a good run there from Paitoa Leaf. Once again, hit him off, whara for the kick.
That's the extras. Puts Kaweitiki 12-6 over Ngāti Kahungunu. About 5 or so gone in the second half.
Once again, we allude back to that kōrero that we had about momentum. Kahungunu started off with the momentum, but easily shifting towards Kaweitiki after, you know, having the drop out, and then got their big boys going forward. Paitoa Leaf, you know, drove it up, got them on the front foot, and then she was all over after that.
Yeah, and it just goes to show that an error is all it takes to shift that momentum, or shift it back in some cases. As Kahungunu look to kick off back to Kaweitiki. It's a short one.
Bit of footwork from there from the young fella. Raumoko. As they hand the ball out. Kaweitiki putting their hands up. Well, he's just got on the outside of him again. Kokoru Rawiri makes the yardage. Kaweitiki with the momentum. They go down this right side again. Cash with the offload to hit a mile. Oh, and he's over.
For a second try.
This right side of Kaweitiki, you know, got some strike weapons out here. Well, I think they'd all started from the number 13 with the break that he made there, Kokoru Rawiri. Got down there and then the right side looking dangerous. Number 11, Heremaya Wharawhara to take the conversion. 2 from 2 so far. Just pushes it to the right of the post.
So it keeps our score whānau at 16-6. And Te Kaweitiki over Ngāti Kahungunu.
You can hear the coaches getting directions out there. That's the thing about these Māori tournaments. They might come in as the centre, but you've got to play a little bit in prop. So you've got to go into the second row there. That's just due to the nature of the tournament and injuries and things going on. We've seen wingers play lock. Fullbacks and halves playing all over the place. Kahungunu with the kick-off. Ball in all tackle there by number 15. Reed and Edwards. Oh, that's a good hit up there. Taken by the number 4, Brian Tamoy, on the chase. Oh, they're just starting to find some gaps and getting on the outside of these defenders, Rita.
Yeah, and they're using some good footwork to do it too.
Kashauraki, oh, unlucky there. Kahungunu with the ball. Now what can they do with it?
Could this be what Kahungunu needed to shift the momentum back to their way?
See the young half there, Tipene Harrison directing them around. He's got some good size on him, this young man. Ryan Tamoy gets the offload again. Ref calls it back. He called hell. Brian Tamua to play the ball. Tipping Harrison to offload.
Cliche leading to Tamati with the head up there.
They've done a good job on holding them down to slow that play the ball too, Kaweitiki. Back to the half again. He's not shy, the young fellow, to get up there, puts a little dab in behind.
Good kick at that.
Regather. Kahungunu still with the ball. Big number 10 there. Livingston Tamati gets the ball out the outside. Scrambling defense doing well from Kaweitiki at the moment. Now we have Kahungunu with the ball on the last. What can they do with it? They go to the air. Well, there's a knock on and a scoot up. Oh, unlucky there.
Yeah, you can see the disappointment on Brian Tamoi's face there. Unlucky to not be awarded that try.
Yes, very unlucky.
And the ref's seen something that,
I think it was
we
tackled.
haven't.
Well, the players tackled him without the ball. That's what the ref was calling. Whara puts the ball out. And we can see, looking a little bit fatigued there, the Kahungunu side. Must say, during all of that, there was good scramble defense from Te Kaweitiki.
Definitely. Here's Te Kaweitiki just looking for a ball. Tapping it about 30 up from... 30 up from their own line.
Kaweitiki takes the ball up. Working well. Kahungunu's got to work hard on defense now. Hand it off to the big boys. Number 20, Big Ollie. Kaweitiki with the ball. Once again, Mr. Leaf putting his hand up to do the work. Kaweitiki with the ball again as they go to the left. Just looks like he's just got a little bit of time there. There was no line speed at all. A little bit of a basketball pass out the outside. And he's found the hole.
Romuka Whawasa goes over for Kaweitiki. Right under the sticks.
See that Kahungunu team just fatigue starting to kick in. They had no line speed at all on the outside. And a few holes up the middle in there behind the ruck. I think just on the outsides of the A and B, they just need to work a little bit harder in behind the rugby because that's where this...
Probably just keep their defence a bit tighter, eh?
Yeah.
And just work off the line together. As our man Hiremaya Whara adds the extras for Kaweitiki. So that'll put them 22-6 up over Kahungunu. As you can see, Whānau, the rain coming down a bit harder now.
(22-6). Kahungunu still got to work hard though. Still building, creating, partnerships, getting the connections going. Because there still is a long way to go in this tournament. I'm sure they can definitely bounce back in the next game. So they were just a little bit unlucky for their try not to be scored down the other end, the Utah.
Yeah, for sure. The short kick-off. Taken well there by the number 7, Case Pryor for Kaweitiki.
Once again, the score, the try scorer. Raumoko Whauosa. Once again, just getting on the outside of the defender. And in this wet weather, they've been quite hard to wrap up as they play on. Kahungunu just takes them over. Definitely this right side of Kaweitiki has always looked dangerous at Utah.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm not headed Maya Wharawhara. He's been one to watch today, whānau, or in this first game.
Kahungunu with the ball now.
Ollie, go hard, Martina, go hard.
As they settle in, ref calls a scrum. A little bit of confusion out there, who's going to be the prop.
Oh, you got, come on.
Kahungunu with the ball. Let's see what they can spark.
Go hit it.
I haven't seen too much from our man Isaac Allen at the moment. I think he's one guy that can come on and spark something for Kahungunu. He's the show and go, bit of a dummy.
Shamrock Huata, that is, out on the right side for Kahungunu.
It's not a camera. It's Mike. It's a mic.
Oh, they're all offside over here, all in front of the ref.
Huh?
Good yardage up the middle there.
We are.
Ball bounce backwards.
Yes. You can't hear it. Don't we?
Kahungunu with the
let
ball.
you hear it as a camera.
Right, and again, Tamoe. Oh, and the offload. Rutini. Oh, unlucky.
Kahungunu looking a little bit dangerous there with a bit of ball movement. But once again, this wet weather makes the ball wet and slippery. And as a result, just had another knock on.
Yeah, unlucky there for the Kahungunu team. Not through a lack of effort anyway. Not through a lack of effort. They're doing the best that they can in the conditions. But you got to commend Kaweitiki scrambling defense also. They shut that down. Now, man, Teina Karodia calls them back in, gets the ball under play. Oh, off the back of the scrum.
And again.
Yeah, man. Bring it back for a knock on there. As you see Kahungunu with a chance to attack the line now. Once again, Ryan Tamo's looked dangerous in this part of the field, Utah?
Yeah, big man out in the centre. Kahungunu a bit deep here.
Harrison gets the offload.
Puts it out to their man.
Oh, and the bump off.
Stays on his feet.
He's got some good size about him. Oh, footwork at the line. That's a good run there and still going. Number 12, Kingston Reid. Just looking for the quicker play of the ball. Come back, Tamoe again.
Spots
He's
a hole.
looking for the line.
And he goes over.
And he's over. Good to see the young man get a try there for all his efforts.
It's one you earmarked, you know, not too long ago, Ora, as someone that could change the game around for this Kahungunu side. And it looks like someone they'll be looking toward when the going gets tough.
Definitely. Ryan Tamoy, you know, especially as the minutes are ticking down, you know, it doesn't matter if the boys are out there, if you're getting beaten, you know, 26-6, you still play on. There's still always the opportunity, you know, to go and get yourself a jersey for the New Zealand Māori. So there's always something to play for, no matter what the score or whereabouts you win in the competition.
Oh, as you see the ball fall off the tee just before he kicks it.
Unlucky.
Results in a grubber.
And, I think the ref was letting him re-kick the ball there. Teina. I tell you what, this is going to be interesting, because if it comes down to, you know, points for and against,
Yeah, true.
you know, this could come back. Allowing him to kick the ball again. I think he might need to get another one of his mates out there to hold the ball there. What do you reckon, Utah?
Yeah, looking a little bit windy, eh?
Definitely. One player, one guy that comes to mind is good at, you know, he's good at doing their job. Mana kura heta. And how's that, whānau? You know, opposition coming in to help out the kaupapa. Oh, kārawe. I think that's what Māori Rugby League is all about, eh?
Yeah,
You know?
some good sportsmanship shown there by the Kaweitiki side.
Whanaungatanga at their best. And that's it. We've come to the end of our first game here at Puketawhero Park. Kaweitiki and Ngāti Kahungunu. It's been an awesome display of skill out there, especially in the conditions. Kaweitiki 22, Ngāti Kahungunu 12.
Yep. And yeah, like you said, Oda, given the conditions, I think it's been a good display of what these boys can do. Whānau, we have more games coming up. Next up, we have Te Aroa versus Kirikiriroa Tigers, so don't go too far. We'll be streaming that game from here at Puketawhero Park.
Stay tuned, whānau, so don't go anywhere. You know, if you want to be a part of it, or make sure that you know, if you go and check out the New Zealand Māori Rugby League sites, to know when your nieces and your nephews, or mokopuna, or tamariki, when they're going to be on the big screen. You know, get out there and support our whānau when they come through and they're a part of this.
Looks like this game hasn't finished.
Actually, whānau, there's a little bit of confusion going on out there. Koene te ahua o ngā kaupapa o te tono manariki Māori. As you can see, golden point. Golden point. Could it be 23 or 30? So with that whānau, it was full time. The boys just caught it a little bit early. They didn't quite play to the end of the bell, and I think could be the possibility that our ref had to go to the whareiti whānau, and knowing what the score was, didn't want to have an accident out there on the field. I think that's all we're going with there, Utah.
We'll go with that, eh?
Didn't want our ref to be whakamai out there, whānau, so, you know, he made sure that he had to get off their fielding and get into the whareitis. Didn't want to leave anything out there on the field that shouldn't be there.
Yes, whānau, so This is only one field of many fields out there this weekend. I believe we have about 6 fields going, but we can only stream the games here on field 1. And once again, up next we have our Kōtiro under-13s. Te Arawa taking on Kirikiriroa Tigers. So don't go far, Te Whānau. Stay tuned and we'll be back with you shortly.
And now that the ref's back from the whare Te Whānau, he just had to go to the toilet. He's back out there on the field. And I tell you what, there's no shortage of excitement around here, whānau. So, yep, the referee is back out there, and because he had to shoot off, he called time for a little bit, and he had another 2 minutes to go. So we're about to come out here and play the last 2 minutes of the game. There you go, whānau. Atene Karauria, the man with the whistle. Kahungunu with the ball. Oh, that's a good charge. Oh,
Boys
that's
got a
what they
good rest.
needed.
Good recharge.
Good recharge, all right.
Along with our ref.
Kahungunu with the ball. Number 12, Kingston Reid. So they're starting to work their way up. Maybe it's known that they've only play for another 2 minutes. Here's our man again. He's looked dangerous all game. Look at that. Shrugs off 4. Still going. Tāmoe pushes through.
And he's looking for that offload too.
He's looking for the offload. Good eyes about him. Number 13, Atoria Swanatapu. The ball out again. Harrison.
Oh.
Ball just going to ground. Straight over the tee. As they still play on. Gabriel DeHaar's back out there. It's good to see the young man come back from the injury. He's definitely got speed to burn, that young boy. Oh, that's a good effort. Good effort there, Kingston Reid. Kahungunu looking for a flourish at the end. Harrison with the kick. Found some space in behind. Oh, that's good cover. And finds a bit of space. Kaweitiki. Cash Hodaki. Once again, Hidden Meyer. He's definitely been the standout player of this game. Meyer wharawhara. Kokoru Rawiri. He's played well. This young man scored a try today too. Oh, unlucky there, just on the outside. And finally at the, I think our man, Atene Karodia has called time.
So there you have it, whānau. Yep, it's official. Our man's called full time. So Kaweitiki getting up over Kahungunu 22-12 in this first game.
That's something that you'll see plenty of here, whānau. The hungi, the sacred tapu, hungi. Yeah. So yesterday they had the big pōwhiri down there at Tamatekapua, where we had our teams come in, and I think you know, that's one of the beauties of this tournament, that rugby league may be the vehicle, but it's definitely about being Māori here. So we're going to talk a little bit about, just for our whānau there at home, you know, how long a game is there, Utah, and let us know.
Yep, so our games here at the tournament are 20-minute halves, and we've got 5-minute half-time break in between. And before each game, we have each team doing their haka, laying down the challenge to each other.
Yeah, it's a real interesting thing, you know. I was lucky enough to be involved with the Kiwis, and interesting enough, when we got an Australian as a coaching type, you know, as in Madge, when he came to us from the Tigers, and he was the coach of the Kiwis. Interesting enough, he wasn't a big fan of the haka, you know, which is quite interesting to us as Māori, but also to the Kiwi team. And he said, you know, all he sees is a whole lot of energy being burnt up about the haka, and then, you know, he'd rather see that energy put into the game. You know, I said, you know, that's coming from a man who knows nothing about haka. So I said, before you make that statement, you might want to come in and understand what it's about. You know, so for our young guys to come out here and to talk, you know, that's the thing that G's them up, and it's the thing that gets them going, the haka.
Definitely, and it's, you know, you could probably say the same about a warm-up to him then, eh?
Oh, exactly. You know,
This is our warm-up.
you know, as I said to him, a haka is about a celebration of who we are. It's for you having the connection back to your family and the reason why you do the things. And if anything, it could be a point of difference for us, as you can see with these young players out there.